Hey Barbs, y'all already know exactly why I'm here. Nicki just got off of Queen Radio and it was a very, very quick one. She named the show Big Difference and we couldn't even hear her for honestly about 10 good minutes. So she had to restart the show and come back. She wanted people to trend Big Difference and Last Time I Saw You. And this was the first time that we're hearing from Nicki since hosting and performing at the VMAs. So I was really looking forward to the show. She said, today I'm doing something really dope. She said, obviously she can't share what she's doing. And she shared about uh, being so appreciative of everyone who worked with her for her performance. She shouted out Keisha several times, which was the backup vocalist that was helping her. And she also said that it gave her tour vibes from the Pink Print era as well. So thank you guys who were commenting in my previous videos about her name, because I had forgotten what her name was. And yeah, she shouted out Casper, who was the creative director for her performance, as well as Adam Blackstone, who is one of the one of the biggest musical directors in the industry right now, who worked with Nicki as well last year for her Super Freaky Girl and medley performance on the VMAs, and he also worked with her for this performance as well. She also shouted out Juice, which is her sound engineer for making sure that her sound is always right and he's always there. She also shouted out Omar. I forgot what he does. And then someone named Marlon, she said Marlon on the ears, and he also is a Trinidadian person as well. So she said Keisha makes everything feel right, made us feel like we were on tour again. She said I shitted on the world from head to toe in Dolce & Gabbana. When I set foot on the pink carpet, they knew. And she was making a reference to Big Difference. I know they know the difference, Princess Diana, right? So she shouted out the D&G team and her glam team as well. And she was like, bitches was throwing up. And she said the queen ascended knowing that the Barbz were doing what needed to be done. The Barbz that were so proud in watching their person, their leader that represents them, which is her, obviously. So if you were on Twitter trending during the show, you were doing what needed to be done, okay? So, and then someone asked her, she was talking in this voice that I can no longer explain, but it was interesting because it's she was really getting to what she wanted to say, which is not always the case for Nicki. So then someone on Twitter was like, why are you talking like that? So she was like, I'm using a certain upper echelon voice and I can't tell you right now. So she also shouted out Benny the jeweler for all the jewelry that she was wearing, as well as the Max and everyone else. But yeah, before we move along, I did several videos. I had a whole VMA series, which is crazy. So I just dropped this video just an hour ago on who was the best and worst dressed, ranking all the looks. So check that out. I'll have the link in the description. And then I did an overall sort of reaction to Nicki's looks and performances as well on the channel. And then I did this one about exactly everything Nicki wore and the price tag on everything, including the jewelry. So yeah. And then once again, another in-depth analysis of her performance. So definitely check that out for me when you guys get a chance. So anyway, so yeah, so she shouted out Benny the jeweler, right? Okay, cool. And then she was like, I was dripping in Alexander McQueen from head to toe. She said, I could feel the Barbz. She said, I could feel the Barbz taking their penises out and pissing on whoever needed to be pissed on. I was dead. And then once again, she wanted us to trend Big Difference and Last Time I Saw You. And so she said, if you guys are trending, I'm going to get back on Twitter. I'll answer your questions. If you're trending what needs to be trended. And so she was checking Twitter, and then she just kind of kept on talking and said, I said, whoa to my performance. So she was like, she went back and watched her own performance and she was very impressed by it. And she said lighting did their thing. Shout out to MTV. So then you could hear Nicki and the team and her team in the background. They're obviously doing something. It seems like Tay was there. Even Rushka, we heard a female voice with an accent that reminded everyone of Rushka. A lot of people were saying that in the comments. And so I guess they had questions for Nicki about whatever they're supposed to be doing. And she was like, I'm on live, please, everyone be smart. So I was laughing because it's does she talk to her team the same way she talks to her Barbz? Let's have a smart day, So it's don't say anything that doesn't need to be said in public on live. But, some people had questions. So she was like, shh, 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 go away. So she continued saying, I could feel the Barbs were fully engaged and happy and proud, and I felt the same. As to her presence on the VMAs, we were so amazing and positive and epic and beautiful. She said it felt dope knowing that you are a product of hard work and dedication. And now she's referring to her performance with the Legends for the 50th anniversary of hip hop, that tribute. And she said, being on that stage with Legends, I cannot believe that I was on the stage with, such people who really made me want to do what I'm doing. Like all of your faves, like these are the people who made us want to be who we are today. She said it was such a blessing, and I just feel so happy and thankful because we got to stop taking people, things, and moments for granted. We have to give God thanks. She said, "Oh, I was very happy, that my babies, the Barbs, are getting closer to Pink Friday too, and that's why I keep changing my moves up." So she said, "I'm like a pro race car driver because," and then she starts eating. Okay, so then this is where like it unravels. So she said, I'm like a pro race car driver, right? So then she started chewing something, and then she's telling the team like, "Hey, it's too cold in here, like I can't take it. Please, turn down the AC or whatever." And then she started asking for, bees and anybody else who she could kind of use for protection, someone to stay down there with her. And then I guess the team wasn't assembling the way that she needed it to be, and so she's like, "You know what, guys, I'm gonna hit you guys back, I'm gonna come back later, like somebody about to get," she didn't say fire, but somebody was about to get cussed out. She definitely said that. And then she left us, and she says that she's coming back. So let me check my phone real quick and see. I don't see no notification from AMP that she has went live again. So I said, okay, let me come and do this for you guys real quick. So thank you guys so much for listening to this recap. Let me know if I missed anything, if you were there, and definitely make sure to check out these other videos on the channel, and I will link them down below in the comments. But I'll see you guys later.